Welcome back. Let's talk some polar bears now, because a federal court upholding the decision to keep polar bears on the endangered species list, even though the population is nearly 5 times larger than it was in the 1970s. So what exactly is going on here? Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr. joins us now. Good morning, Peter. So what is going on here? Populations are growing?
This is the touchstone of all climate change discussion, the polar bear. In the past, polar bears seem to be declining. Now they seem to be up at numbers at 20 or 25,000 worldwide. But some scientists, including American scientists in the federal government, predict by the year 2050 there may be no polar bears in the United States, and 2/3 of the polar bear population may be reduced because of the thinning ice in the Arctic.
So now at issue is this federal appeals court, which has now upheld this decision that keep polar bears as a threatened species, not because they're currently being threatened, but because they potentially could be threatened in the future?
Correct. And that's the basis of all those endangered species laws. There's two gradations, endangered, and then the lower gradation, threatened. It's interesting that there were two lawsuits. The good government or the good science groups like Greenpeace said, oh, okay, we want to have it at the higher level. Other groups said, no, it shouldn't be endangered or threatened because it's not, because they're so plentiful in the world. It really depends upon whether you believe that global warming is real, whether polar bears are actually threatened or not. This has become a big fundraising tool, and it's become a problem, too, for oil interests throughout the world because they have to act in a way that is very expensive in terms of making modifications.
Sure, and polar bear migratory patterns up there. Alaska is against this list, and hunters in that area have killed about 800 polar bears a year are killed for hunting and subsistence hunting itself. They are portrayed, though, as if they are nearly gone, right? That they are hanging on to a sheet of ice, and they're hanging by a thread, and they are nearly gone. Is that what's at the heart of all of this?
I think propaganda? It is, but the science at this point shows that they're not nearly gone, but they've become kind of the pet of the environmental industry, including Al Gore, to say, oh, look what's happening to the polar bears. Looking at old data, the new data shows that based upon laws that we already have in the United States, that they've been protected to a great degree, and that they will continue to thrive. There are some in the government who say the opposite. By 2050, they will be greatly dissipated going forward. So it's global warming real or not real? I've heard a lot of people say that it's not really real, and that the science moving forward indicates that they're wrong about it.